What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we've got a breakdown for the weekly reset this Tuesday, and it's January 30th, 2024, which takes us into week 10 of Season of the Wish. And alongside this reset, we'll be seeing one of the bigger game updates this season for Destiny 2, so we'll cover what we know about that, as it includes new weekly quests, and those will come with selectable rewards, plus there is the start of Moments of Triumph for the Nightfall year. So those will be interesting, but additionally we have a refresh on the seasonal content, new unlocks and challenges, and as always we get the raid refreshes, exotic mission rotator, the Nightfall, featured weapons, playlist modes, and key unlocks for the week. So we'll round up pretty much everything worth knowing about what's happening in the game, and as always, I hope you find this one useful today. If you do, a rating below very much helps us out on the channel, but now, let's jump into it. And so this week we get a new game update, and this will be one of the more significant updates that we've had in Season of the Wish. It includes changes like Bungie increasing the Glimmer cap to 500,000, as well as a bunch of seasonal fixes and updates. We'll get full patch notes tomorrow, but we're also going to see the launch of Riven's Wishes, and this is a new weekly quest, and it'll come with objectives in the Dreaming City like completing lost sectors, dungeons, and more. And upon completion of the quest, we'll be able to pick from 3 different tiers of rewards that include things like Last Wish weapons, exotics from the Nightfall year, and even mementos from Festival of the Lost and the Dawning, as well as upgrade materials and things like that. So it'll be an interesting new component for the season. Let us know down below if you think it'll be useful. But on top of that, we get the launch of Moments of Triumph for the year, and it'll have a bunch of objectives to unlock the new title, and those will be focused on content that we've had since the launch of Nightfall. Plus there are additional drops of things like a new exotic ghost shell. But if you want a breakdown of all of the Moments of Triumph rewards, as well as the Riven's Wish items, I do have a video that goes into more depth about that, so I'll link it down below. But let us know in the comments section if you plan to dive into the new content this week. And as always, I'll keep you posted with patch notes and any important changes on the weekly reset. Otherwise though, the core seasonal content is sort of ticking along at this point. We do have new weekly challenges, we'll cover those in a moment, but otherwise, the core sort of quests and things like that for the season have wrapped up, but we do get a refresh on all of the rewards for the activities. And then for the weekly challenges themselves, firstly, there is an Ayahamkara hunt to find 7 of Queen Mara's loyal companions. I believe those will be the cats that we've been hunting throughout the course of the season. But there's also Throne World activities, and in the Throne World, we need to complete bounties and earn progress by completing lost sectors, public events, and patrols. Then there is Last Rites to get ability final blows in Crucible, Gambit, or the Vanguard, and bonus progress is granted for Guardian final blows. Plus there's Most Dangerous Prey to defeat Guardians in Crucible or Gambit, and then Momentum Crash to defeat Guardians in Momentum Control, and we get bonus progress with Zone Advantage. But on top of that, there is Bank, Kill, Repeat to earn points by banking moats, defeating blockers and guardians in Gambit, and finally Calibrate Long Range to calibrate long range weapons, pulse rifles, bows, and trace rifles, with bonus progress granted for defeating guardians. So those are the core challenges for the week. We'll also get the refresh on the Warlord's Ruin dungeon, so good luck if you're still hunting down any of the rewards or the exotic weapon from that. Plus for playlist stuff, as we mentioned, Crucible this week will feature Momentum, as well as Showdown, and we're going to get bonus Crucible rewards all week long. So if you are after picking up any of the items from Crucible's loot pool, it'll be a good time to jump in. Plus we should see the return of Trials of Osiris on the reset on Friday. But moving over to the Vanguard, the Nightfall this week will be Lake of Shadows, and the featured weapon will be the Undercurrent, which is the new grenade launcher for the season, so perhaps not a bad week to jump in, and of course Grandmaster Nightfalls are now available as well. Then as we look to the featured raid and dungeon, this week we're going to see Deepstone Crypt featured, where we can pick up all of the DSC weapons of course, but also the exotic rocket launcher Eyes of Tomorrow, and that should be farmable this week, so it'll be a good time to jump in. But over on the Moon, we'll also see the Pit of Heresy dungeon featured, and both of these activities will drop their unique items with updated power relevancy. But over to the Legends tab, this week's featured exotic mission will be Operation Seraph's Shield. So we can still pick up the Revision Zero, which of course is a craftable weapon, as well as a bunch of Season of the Seraph weapons in there, so perhaps a good one to jump into if you're missing any of those. And then as we head over to the Dares of Eternity, on top of the core loot drops for the week, we'll see additional drops from the Rotation 1 loot pool, which includes the Scatterhorn and Wild Hunt armor sets, as well as Season of the Hunt and Season of the Worthy weapons as additional random drops. But now let's cover the lost sectors for the week, and for January 30th, it'll be Scavenger's Den on the EDZ dropping exotic arms. That's followed by Skydock on January 31st dropping exotic chest pieces. And then on February 1st, we'll get the Quarry in the EDZ dropping exotic helmets, before moving over to the Dreaming City with a Felion's Rest on February 2nd dropping exotic legs. That'll be followed by Bay of Drowned Wishes on February 3rd, dropping exotic arms, and then the Chamber of Starlight on the 4th, dropping exotic chest pieces. But finally, for February 5th, it'll be Perdition on Europa, which will be dropping exotic helmets. So good luck on the hunt if you are heading into any of the lost sectors. But very finally, over to the Dreaming City, the featured Ascendant challenge this week will be Aura Borea, which is found in the Chamber of Starlight in Aphelion's Rest. So a pretty easy one to find, but as always, I'll run some gameplay at the end of the video showing the location and things like that. Otherwise, for today, that's what we have to round up for the weekly reset. So as always, I hope this video has been useful, guys, and if it has, a rating below very much helps us out on the channel. Also, be sure to get subscribed and I'll keep you posted with more Destiny content. I'll also keep you up to date with the patch notes, the new content, and anything else that may pop off this week, so keep it locked and loaded right here. But otherwise, thank you as always for tuning in, and I hope you guys have an awesome week.